You're listening to BFM 89.9, the business station.
Good afternoon, it's The Bigger Picture and I'm Mira Sevasudi, a space where art can be freely expressed without any censorship or discrimination. This is the battle cry of the Minut Init Art space, which recently opened its doors to contemporary artists and art lovers alike. Now, the force behind the space, young artists Dali, Abdul, Azis and James Lai, join me today to fill us in on the space's inaugural group exhibition, which promises an exciting assortment of art, and also to talk about the independent and unrestrained space they are providing to all who may seek it. Welcome to the show, guys.
Thank you. Hello.
How old are the both? No worries. How old are the both of you? You're very, very young artists.
I'm 29 years old and he is
26.
26. Would that be considered young? To have your own art space and your own art exhibition?
Maybe, I'm not sure, but I think I'm still brand new, so I think I'm still young.
You always have to start somewhere, right?
Yeah.
How did the both of you meet? I understand it goes back many years.
Yes.
Long time ago, man.
Long time ago. It was actually we
studied at Lim Kok Wing.
Yeah, Lim Kok Wing. And then I studied in Melbourne, and then he went there for RMIT. Then we end up being housemate over there.
Right. I went to RMIT.
Ooh.
You went to
City campus.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, okay. Now, how did your interest in the visual arts start for the both of you?
For me, it's all started with comics and cartoons. When I was young, I would always watch comic. I always read comic and I always watch cartoon all the time. And then, that's about it.
James?
Yes. Yeah, comics as well, cartoons, and also TV was a big influence when I was growing up.
Right.
Like I always recorded tapes of TV shows and just to re-watch it all over again.
Right.
It's so good.
And did you both grow up in the city, or are you from smaller towns in Malaysia?
I'm from Bandar Baru Bangi, but when I was 20 years old, I moved to PJ in Kampung Tuku. So in a way, I have this mixture feeling of old school and new school of type of environment.
Yeah, I was born and bred in the city, so
right, very much a city boy. Now, you both have a diploma in visual digital art. What made you pursue digital art?
Deeply, I feel that it's because before I was in graphic design course, and then it was really commercially driven as a designers, so that sort of thing doesn't interest me. It's not my destiny. So I think I express more towards arts than designing. That's why I changed from graphic design to visual digital art.
Mira, I have to correct you. You don't have yours
in digital
I'm
art?
not a fine artist.
Okay.
Like a bachelor in fine arts, but I did my bachelor's in multimedia design.
Okay.
And then recently I just completed a master's in 3D animation.
Wow.
So I'm more inclined to the digital areas.
So hence makes the both of you come together, on that digital platform. Yeah. What can you tell us about digital art? I mean, one description I read was that it is old world art meets modern technology. Would you agree?
Yeah, to a certain
Can you describe it for us?
Digital art. Nowadays, everybody using modern technologies like computers, iPad, all this stuff, and all the new softwares are upgrading every year. So for me, it's a good thing, and it's a good method. And technology is just amazing, where you can like manipulate pictures and create something out of nowhere. But I still believe that painting on canvas still have their own feel and a really different feel into it rather than digital, because nowadays if you want to see digital art, you have to have a computer, you have to have modern technologies to see digital art, so you have to have money and have to like get an idea.
This is a progression from hands-on to now, like the tools you change. We don't use the pencil that often anymore.
That's right.
We use a keyboard more.
Do you feel that for those of us who are holding on to canvas art, we should hold on tightly to it, because
I think we should.
Because it's going to get less and less, and there's going to come a stage when people are going to want it. even more and more.
For me, it's like keeping humanity.
Yes, yeah, without the technology bit. Both of you then went on to pursue a degree in fine art in Australia. Did you both do fine art?
Dali did fine art.
Dali did fine art. What did you do? Design. What exactly did you focus on, Dali?
I was majoring in paintings, and my minor was photography. But I did learn a lot of theories of art, especially on medium is on the topic of medium is the message. It's actually a term, or how to say, example where if you did art in the net, and the people who use the computers will see the artworks there. If you use painting as a medium, then you have to go to the galleries and have a look. So there's a difference between digital art and normal art.
Yeah, it's more accessible. I mean, the click of a button you get to watch. What was the visual art scene like in Melbourne, James?
The visual art scene, it's quite refreshing for like me. So especially because in Malaysia I wasn't that exposed to art that much. But going over there and you see the new things, and it's kind of you're kind of culture shocked, but also kind of curious and excited at the same time. So, but I think I got really exposed to a lot of urban art, street art, and like the way people express their art.
Right. And how did that exposure influence your work now?
Basically in Melbourne, right, they have a lot of graffiti arts, stencil arts, where is here in Malaysia is considered as vandalism, even though there are graffiti artists around Malaysia. People are still doing it here, but in Melbourne, how to say, they
appreciate it.
Yeah, they appreciate it, and you can see it everywhere around the city. So for me, it's like another experience if you walk in the city where art is part of the city itself.
Can we move this graffiti art to a designated place where people can go and
But then it's not street art anymore.
Why not?
If you take it away from the...
Yeah, we'll put it on the streets, but we'll designate a street where you can do it all, you know, not just all over the place. Or does that take the fun out of it?
It kind of, for me, because I'm kind of a purist and I like things as it is.
Right.
So, but yeah, I think to make it more generalized, more mainstream, I think because most people won't see it as an art form on a wall maybe.
Right.
But when you put it on a canvas, then automatically it becomes art. So yeah, it makes sense to do that.
What's your art medium of choice, if you have one?
I like to sketch at first, and then after that I paint. I use acrylic on canvas. So I'm a old school type of person.
And James?
More animation, motion graphics.
Very
now
new
I'm
media.
Kind of trying to re-relate to fine art more now.
Right.
Because I think it's better development as an artist to do it with your hands.
Right.
Yeah.
Are there any artists who you count as influences?
There's a lot of artists, but my main artist was, I hope I pronounce this right, Jean-Michel Basquiat.
Okay.
He's American, and he's the first real black artist who started from the street, and then his art
it's known as ridiculous art.
Yeah.
So he's kind of like the pioneer of what you see these days, and for all like the more avant-garde sort of artwork, you know, the sketch type.
Yes.
The messy
doodling, idiosyncratic art.
The childish art, naive art, we can say.
Something most of us non-visual art lovers or people who don't understand would think that this just doesn't make sense.
Not really, depends.
How do we, for someone like me who doesn't quite understand it, how do we appreciate it?
At first you have to look at the art itself, and then obviously if you see something you don't understand, you will start questioning. And then when you start questioning, you have to find the answer. So you start slowly learning about the painting itself, and then you start learning who is the artist after that, and how it relates to the painting itself.
Who are your influences, James?
My influences, painters, the usual, Picasso,
right?
Van Gogh. and
Dali.
Dali.
Yes, I wanted to
course.
ask you that.
Dali.
Dali Abdul Aziz, where did you get your name from? Salvador Dali by any chance?
Maybe I'm not sure, but I don't really know where's the origin of my name. Actually, I did ask my mother. She didn't tell me originally where does it come from, but she did tell me that she wanted to give me the other names, and then she just told me it's a traditional Malay name.
Right, well, it certainly led you down the same path as Salvador Dali. When we come back, we'll find out more about the Minut Init Art space on the Bigger Picture BFM 89.9.
You're listening to BFM 89.9, the business station.
Good afternoon, it's the Bigger Picture, and I'm Mira Sivasudi. We are talking about the Minut Init Art exhibition with young artists Dali Abdul Aziz and James Lai. Well, you recently started the Minut Init Art space, and coincidentally you've named the first exhibition after the art space. What is the gallery's manifesto?
Minut Init is a space where art is exhibited, from paintings, sculptures, drawings, sketches, photography, art, and video, short films, music video, animation, and so on. So I think the idea was to promote art as it is.
And why Minut Init?
Why Minut
Yeah,
Init?
the whole pronunciation.
Okay.
I thought it was Minute Init. Frida said
You have to come and
Minut
see the
Init.
place, then you understand
Okay.
the name.
Minut Init.
Minute is the meaning for minute is extremely small, tiny, or precise. And then I changed the spelling to MINUT because we are Malaysian. So, and Init is a slang from the UK that I have been used in the UK. Is originated from isn't it?
Right.
Then I changed it to Init. So basically, Minute means tiny, right?
Isn't it?
Which reflects my concept of gallery, small but compact.
Right. What was the whole experience setting it up?
Exciting.
How long did it take you?
Actually, took Dali about 3 months before I came back, and it took like a week to set it up after that.
That's really quick.
Yeah, we had like 20 artists. I invited 20, not artists, like people who are interested in to exhibit their arts, and we had like 175 artworks there. So imagine a small area, small shop lot space, and then we just put 175 hours in there.
Now, this is in Damansara Utama.
Damansara Utama.
As young artists, how did you fund this?
Okay, after I finished studying in Melbourne, I came back to find a job for 6 months, but it didn't turn out well. So I chose to go to the UK for 2 years to travel and work. So I saved up some money and then came back, and then my ambition is to have a gallery, so why not?
Wonderful. Very good planning. James, how did you come and decide that you wanted to team up with Dali, or did you already decide this
No,
before?
he was studying in...
I was in Scotland at the time, actually.
But you already hooked up and decided that this was what you wanted to do.
No, actually, it wasn't planned. Like everything was really random.
Yeah, everything
Yeah,
was
just
random.
like he just came to me and asked for a favor. Like, then I saw that he really needed help. So, and I didn't have much to do at the time. And when I just came back, so yeah, it would be good to learn like what to do and stuff.
When was this?
Few months ago.
Okay. What are your hopes for 2011?
I think 2011 gonna be really interesting. Minut Init gonna show a lot of surprises.
I think it's the year like we can really start doing more, because after the first exhibition we kind of learn the few basic things you need to do to get to show with a good exhibition and all.
It's a kickstart for us.
You're gonna go all out in next year, aren't you? Yeah,
Very confident.
all charged up.
Yeah.
Okay, which brings me to, you oppose censorship and discrimination. Was this a problem you faced when you were trying to exhibit your artworks in the past?
No, I don't think it's not a problem.
Or is this a problem faced by most artists in
I think
Malaysia?
I faced it. Came face with it when I was working in ATV. Like after my bachelor's, I came back to work for 2 years. So I was working in ATV for like a year and a half. So there, I was working there, like I found out like in Malaysia everything is very restricted and very controlled, and like even some things like which is not to offend but just as humor, and it wasn't accepted really well, and we had to like really cut down and compromise a lot of our ideas, and so that really kind of annoyed me at the time, and I think it really stuck with me. Like it's something that should be looked at and should be improved.
Yeah.
Like for people to understand more, because culture is culture, and you can't keep controlling culture. It's something that's like a living organism, has to grow.
Yeah, and there's a lot of overlap in culture, in Malaysia especially. Yourself, Dali? And how different is it for visual arts?
I think they have to see it and experience it. If they feel it, is the artwork is wrong, then there must be something wrong there. But the artist is sending the right message. I think
you just have to look at it diplomatically.
Interpret. It's all about interpretation. The gallery's first exhibition of works is running already.
Okay.
I know it's a group exhibition with various artists participating. You said 175. Are they new artists or are they seasoned artists?
I try to find all range of artists, or brand new, upcoming, anybody, established artists as well. I even call up everybody, and then I just like invite everybody who are really interested to exhibit their artwork. Then just send their artwork to me, and I will display it.
Is there a theme or a certain consistent message? It's just a mix of different types of art.
Because like what we want is, I guess, build the confidence for people to show their artworks. If not, they just do it and keep it at home, and it's like a waste.
That's right. What do you think is most lacking in terms of nurturing new artist talents in Malaysia?
I think it's the awareness about art in Malaysia itself. But Malaysia is a developing country. I think there's a lot.
Yes, we developed. Almost there. We're
almost there.
We're not quite there yet.
Progressing.
In terms of infrastructure, I don't know about mindset as yet. That's an entirely different thing.
Yeah, that's what drove us to do this. We want to build the intellect, the mentality of the people. To be more like
open.
To look at things in a different way. Be more romantic.
More expressive.
Yeah, not so just like about survival, because it makes life really colorless.
That's right. Of course. And to accept one another.
Yeah.
What's next for you after the Minut Init exhibition? Is there another one planned for?
Yes, we are waiting for artists to show us their work, and then some of them call me up, and then they want to rent the space to do their stuff, like maybe some classes, maybe art classes, maybe you're going to show some screenings, movie screenings, short film screening. It's up to the idea is an open idea. Anybody can just give an idea to me, then they will execute it.
Okay, great. Now this exhibition is currently running, but only until Thursday, the 30th of December. The gallery is located at 29B Jalan SS21/37, Damansara Utama, Petaling Jaya. You need to call for an appointment, and the number is 017-357-0186. You can get a sneak peek of the artworks and find out more about the space at the website minutspace.blogspot.com, and that spelling is MINUT space INIT, space as in SPACEINIET.blogspot.com. Thank you both for joining us. Young artists Dali, Abdul, Azis and James Lai, talking to us about the Minut Init Art exhibition on The Bigger Picture, BFM 89.9.
BFM 89.9.